You check your phone before your eyes are even fully open. Before coffee, before breakfast, before you've said good morning to a single person. There's already a list running through your mind, 3 meetings, 5 unanswered messages, 1 deadline breathing down your neck. And underneath all of it, a strange, quiet feeling you don't examine too closely. Relief. Because as long as you're busy, you can't feel anything else. This is the psychology behind people who can't stop moving. And the truth behind it is far more unsettling than simple hard work. Somewhere along the way, busyness stopped being something we do and became something we are. Ask a person how they're doing, and busy has quietly replaced fine as the default answer. It sounds neutral. It isn't. It's a small announcement. I matter. I'm needed. My time is valuable enough to be scarce. For many, an empty calendar doesn't feel like freedom. It feels like evidence, proof that nobody needs them, that their work doesn't count, that they've been forgotten. So the calendar fills up, not because every task is urgent, but because an open hour has started to feel dangerous. Psychologists have a name for this pattern: busyness as avoidance. When the noise finally stops, something else gets a chance to speak. Grief that was never fully processed, a relationship quietly falling apart, a question about purpose nobody wants to sit with. Staying in motion keeps that voice from being heard. It's easier to answer 40 emails than to ask yourself why you feel empty on a Sunday afternoon. This pattern often begins early, long before a first job title. A child praised only for achievement learns a dangerous equation. Rest equals worthlessness. Output equals love. That equation doesn't disappear in adulthood. It simply gets a paycheck attached to it. Add a culture that glorifies exhaustion, where I barely slept is worn like a badge of honor, where slowing down is mistaken for falling behind. Busyness stops being a choice. It becomes armor. There's also a chemical reward at play. Every completed task, every checked box, every reply sent releases a small hit of dopamine. Your brain learns to crave that hit the same way it craves a notification. Stillness offers no reward. Motion does. So the body keeps choosing motion long after the mind has run out of energy left to give. But the cost is real, and it rarely announces itself loudly. Relationships quietly erode when a person is always present physically and never present emotionally. Health deteriorates in the background of a schedule packed too tightly to notice it. And somewhere in the middle of an achievement-filled life, a person can wake up and not recognize who they've become, because they were too busy becoming it to notice. Here's what almost nobody says out loud. Rest is not the reward you earn after finishing everything. It's the space where you find out who you are without your to-do list defining you. That space is uncomfortable at first. It should be. You've spent years avoiding it. But sitting in an empty hour, without reaching for your phone, without inventing a task, without needing to justify the silence, that is where the real work actually begins. If you recognized yourself in any of this, the question worth asking isn't, how do I get more done? It's simpler and far harder. What am I avoiding by staying this busy? Ask it honestly, even once, and something will begin to shift. If this made you see your own life a little differently, that's exactly why this channel exists. Subscribe, and let's keep asking the questions most people are too busy to ask.